What about the biggest surprise for you week one?
You know what? I'm going to go. I could split it, but both things we talked about: Malik McDowell and Odell Beckham Jr. not playing. As the weekend went on, I thought more and more signs pointed to Odell not playing. If you go back and listen to how Jarvis Landry talked about him during the week, he kind of pumped the brakes on it. But I was still surprised. And then, I didn't think McDowell would have the kind of impact that he did right away.
The other thing I would say, and we've touched on it again, Odell Beckham Jr. shouldn't get out onto the football field until he feels he's 100% ready to do so. Don't minimize that he came back and is able to do the things. That's still an ACL injury. That's a serious injury for a guy that is going to take a lot of hits.
Sure, and there's a big difference between week 1 and week 2 and, week 17 and the wild card or the AFC Championship game, right? I mean, if Odell needed to be out there, I think he would be. But, as important as that game was and is how much anticipation there was, there's still 16 more of them and then, hopefully, 3 or 4 in the playoffs.
Having said that, in watching the rookie Anthony Schwartz, it seemed to me like they're going to use him to do some of the things that they were, quite frankly, didn't have when Odell was off the field. He looks like a weapon that Kevin Stefanski has a big plan for.
Yeah, I think that's a little skewed with Odell not being out there. I felt like, and I don't know this, but I felt like Schwartz just stepped into whatever role Odell would have played. When you go 1 receiver and 3 tight ends, you want a speed threat, and that could have been Odell. And then the 3 receiver set, that could have been Odell, or at least maybe split the reps between the 2 of them. So when Odell's back, I don't think you'll see Schwartz play the number of snaps that he did, but he certainly showed that he can compete at this level. His speed definitely showed up, and Kevin Stefanski will find a role for him, whether that's 10 snaps a game or 20 snaps or 40 snaps. He'll be on the field enough to affect the game with his speed. And if you pair that with Odell's speed and dynamic playmaking ability, then you really have something with Jarvis Landry's, consistency and then the DPJ threat. I mean, there's a lot of pieces there. And we're talking about surprises. Schwartz was a surprise because I wasn't sure he would have the same impact, given he did practice a bunch in the preseason with that hamstring injury.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that Kevin Stefanski can use in different ways without question on that offense.